Another day, another dollar. Yes, indeed. And of course, we are talking about the dollar, the US dollar, the DXY, the USD index. And this is what we're going to be using to gauge the movement for EURUSD, GBPUSD, and of course, USD CHF as they have a lot of similarities when it comes to their directional bias. So we've been looking at USD for forever, and we've been talking about 100.50. And you can see a few days ago, price came kind of shy of it and then went back to this 99.30 area that happened to be an area of consolidation, right? It consolidated for about 2 weeks plus and then broke out and now is back to test it. I am still looking for 100.50 area as a major level for resistance for this year, 2026. Now, based on what is happening now, this is the daily time frame. We like starting from the higher time frames and then we drop down a bit and see what's happening for further clues, right? Have you ever asked yourself, what does a pin bar or a hammer, what does it look like on a lower time frame? Right? Think about it. By the time you start to ask yourself questions like that, it means you are now exploring, you're now, carrying out research. And by the time you understand how it looks like on lower time frames, right, then it will help you to identify things much easier by just looking at the formation. So the formation is very, very important. Speaking about formation, let's drop down to 4 hours time frame on this guy. And I'm going to show you some more interesting things. Remember we said this was the area of range, right, over 2 weeks plus, and we had this massive candle, obviously based on news. It broke out, and then now price is coming back to this area. Now, as prices come back to this area, one thing I'll tell you guys, look closely. It seems to be moving in a sort of in this kind of movement, right? And I'm not making it up. Look at what is happening over here. This here is an extension of this channel downwards. And this simply means that over here, price might trickle here. You remember we said 99.30? That is not a price point. It is a price area or zone or level, not a price point. So price might do this a bit, move sideways, and then let's see if it pushes higher, right? And of course, I'll tell you this, we have a gap. A gap was formed when the market opened for this new week. And we always say that the gap traders, I'm sure they might probably be watching this as well. Gap traders like when when the gap gets closed pretty fast. So for them trying to close this gap, it now boils down also to the channel over here and also gives more clues on the pullback to the range over here as well. And don't forget, 100.50 is where I would like to see price head back to. I'm going to give you further clues as things, as the market plays accordingly, right? Everything at the end of the day is price action. Mind you, this drop that we had over here, we saw the drop, and then based on EURUSD and GBPUSD, we're expecting it to push higher. And last week, we were able to get some longs on this over here, as you can see. So we got this long on GBPUSD, right? So this week, let's see what the market has to offer. I was expecting price to push higher this way, but it was a Friday, so I closed around this area because of these areas of support, and then we had some resistance over here. Even though price broke more or less, it was still around this area. I decided to take my profit here and it has pushed a bit higher. But I'm happy with the way the trade played out. And I'm going to be looking for more opportunities this week. I'll share with you guys if anything changes. But then let's see how price goes. And then don't forget, we are to follow price. As much as I wanted to get to 100.50, if it drops below 99.30, which is another key area of support, then I would act accordingly for the DXY. Okay, thank you guys. Trade safely and catch you on the next video. Cheers.